Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? We are
CNCO.
And stay tuned because we're going to be talking a whole bunch in this interview.
Yeah,
About
you already
everything.
know.
Literally everything.
Let's do this. Zach Show.
Hello, beautiful humans. We got Dan here, obviously, but we welcome Joel.
Hey, what's up?
Joel, Richard.
Yo, what's good?
Hi, Richard. Eric Bryan.
Yeah.
Is that two? Do I say both? Eric Bryan every time?
Eddie Bryant. Yeah, kind of.
I like it. Eric
Sometimes,
Bryan.
sometimes.
With a K, you spell it. A CK.
CK, yeah.
Eric. Hard one.
Eric.
Christopher. Hello.
Chilling.
Good to see you again. I really got to know
Yeah,
you
yeah.
backstage
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You
Was
got a new
super nice.
tattoo the last time I saw you.
A lot. I got a bunch of.
Yeah.
more.
Well, you've been getting new tattoos everywhere you travel, right?
I try, but there's sometimes that we don't have time, but I try.
Cool.
It's dope, yeah.
And you came in here holding a ukulele. You play it?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm practicing. I'm learning how to play that right.
Ah, you're in the process.
Yeah, on the process.
like a sponge. Soak it in.
Like a sponge.
Knowledge is
First off.
power. And we
Hey.
welcome, dude, I don't want to butcher your beautiful name, so can you please say it?
Yeah, it's Sabdiel.
Zabdiel.
Sabdiel.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, I like that. Zabdiel.
Sabdiel.
Zabdiel. You're from Puerto Rico,
Yeah,
Puerto Rico.
and you come from a crazy musical family, dude.
yeah. Basically, my whole family are musicians. So yeah.
So, do you know from an early age that you have to do music, or do you just naturally want to do music?
I think it was natural, but I don't know. I it's hard because when I tried to get in music, I was like super excited about that, and my father, because my father is musician, so he told me like, nah, better try another thing, you know.
But does he tell you to try something else because he doesn't want you to get into the music industry with the potential of being hurt? Or does he tell you to try something else because he's like, yo, my son just doesn't have it?
No, exactly. It was the first
He's
one.
very-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so it was that, and
So-
algo iba por una línea, se olvidó ya.
No, it was like that. His dad said that there was like no future in music and stuff like that. His family, at least from what I know.
Yeah.
And he just decided to keep going, and here he is.
So-
Exactly.
How did you get on to the TV show originally? Did you do that with your parents' approval or no?
Well, I talked first with my mom.
Got it.
And she, because my parents are
Separated.
Okay.
So I see the commercial like one day before the audition
What?
at the night, and I was like, I don't know, I just feel something like you have to go, and I just tried to wake up early at another day and wake up my mom and just go.
That's
But
pretty,
my father don't know it after I do the audition.
after you already got in,
Yeah.
that's when he found out. Yo,
Yeah.
where's your dad now? What does he think of all this? You're selling out shows all over the world.
Yeah, no, he's super proud,
Proud.
and yeah.
Crazy.
Happy.
The
Yeah,
universe wanted you to go to that audition. I feel like the universe did want to bring all of you together too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When you think of that and you really soak it in, it's pretty surreal because at this phase in your career, you're 2 albums in, you're touring all over the world, and you're bringing Spanish music to places that maybe didn't really have it before or had it a while ago.
Never imagined before.
Dude, Zurich,
crazy.
Paris.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Japan,
Asia.
Indonesia.
You're playing real shows.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Let's dive in here.
No, I was about to say that this CNCO is from those countries. When we get there, they told us that they learn Spanish from our songs. So that's a really cool thing.
Well,
Do
that
you,
is,
feel like do you feel like the only Spanish these people know are your lyrics?
Yeah,
They
like,
told us-
they told us that
basically-
they learned our songs and they just translated, and then that's how like they kind of like learn
And
Spanish.
they learn like little words
Like hi,
let's say,
bye,
like hi,
you know,
bye.
can I
So
have a
they
hug,
can say
you
it.
know?
They,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so amazing, bro.
when you hear all of that, does that increase any pressure? Because there is a responsibility on
course.
all of your shoulders to kind of bring the language and the culture, because you guys are all from different Spanish-speaking countries.
Yeah.
There is some responsibility on your shoulders to bring the culture to them and to educate them and to give them an idea of what it is, who it is, and really, I mean,
Yeah.
you're the vessel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you feel pressure at all?
It's pressure, but at the same time, it's not because we do this like naturally. You know, this is what we love. You know, this is what we've always been searching for our whole life. You know what I mean? So now it came to the table, and now we're just like working on it, and not even working on it. Just like it just flows. You know, it just every day is like a playground for us. You know what I mean? Like we have instruments, we have music, we could sing every day. We could like with each other, we have so much fun. You know, we make every moment count. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun while doing
like
it,
that pressure.
And also so we like that pressure, and it motivates us to keep going and fight for our family and fight for our country and whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's just a motivational thing other than the pressure. You know what I mean?
What was your dream before the TV show? Did you want to be a solo artist? What do you want to do?
For me personally, I was gonna be with my brother. I was like a duo with my brother. So when we auditioned together, and in the show they separated us. They eliminated him and they kept me.
Oh.
So I was like, tough. This got real. This is real.
Real quick.
That was tough, yeah.
So that pushed me to like keep going. I was gonna leave that same day. I was like, if I'm not with my brother, I'm gonna leave. There's no point of me being here. You know, the whole point was for both of us to make it. But he told me, and I told him, I was like, yo, for you, I'm gonna make this band. For you, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna succeed, and for the family, and I'm gonna keep moving. And here I am, man, with 4 other brothers and doing this up. Yeah,
Dude. So the stakes are a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Not the pressure's on, but like there's people. Would you say depending on you?
For all of us, our families all depending on us, man. Our country is depending on us, and ourselves. We do this also for ourselves, for all of the sacrifice that we made, all the sacrifice that our parents made, and I feel like all the hard work that we put into this, now it's actually coming to life, and just being I forgot the word, but
like what
whatever.
we did, like right now is like
it's paying off.
It's
All the
paying
hard
off,
work is
yeah.
paying off, basically. Yeah. So
Remarkable to see. Seriously,
man.
and you going in there with your brother, and now obviously you're not with your brother now, but you got 4 others.
exactly. Yeah. It's like got duplicated. So it's cool.
You've been on this journey for a while now, all of you. Do you remember the hardest part? Like, what was the hardest part between like getting to know each other, or like okay, you win the TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go right after that? Do they move you into a house together? Do you go into boot
Interviews.
camp? Interviews.
Yeah.
we start working right away.
We started working right away.
Yeah, we didn't go home for like 5 months after
Something
we won
like
the
that.
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were just doing straight promo. We started going on tour with Ricky Martin in 3 different countries that he let us open the shows.
Then we
just a
started
whole bunch of
practicing for our
promo,
own tour, and then
We didn't think what we all thought before before we became a band. We all thought it was gonna be like, oh, just get on the stage, start singing and all that.
That's it.
But no, it's nothing like that. You wake up at 6 in the morning, sometimes every day for like a week, and you do promo, you do interviews, you have to rehearse. It's a lot of stuff people don't see behind the scenes.
So at what point in this journey do you feel like you really get to know each other?
through all the process.
I think through the
Yeah.
process of the show, the TV
Living
show
together
too.
too.
Yeah, because
basically.
the TV show was like about one kind of year. What happened? And I think we got each other in the show. Like we got to know each other better, and when we got to the how do you say finals to to the finals to the last shows that we were just 12 people. Like we all know each other. Like
It's because during the
kind of-
show we had to be in band. You know,
Yeah.
they like pair us together. You know, they put us in a band and different to see who like who mashes
Click.
together. Who clicks.
Yeah.
So since we all knew like that we had to be in a band at the end, that was the price to win. That was like we all knew we had
Our
we were gonna be in a
mindsets
band.
were
So
already-
our mindsets were already set to that.
to
So we
like
were all
to-
getting along. We were all like helping each other, and like it was a very motivational process.
Yeah.
So I feel like through all that we got along, and we learned a lot from each other. But then when we were in the band, it was hard because let's say even though we speak Spanish, there's some words that are different in our country,
and
so like,
means different.
and mean differently.
Yeah.
So he'll say something to me. I'm like, yo, you sure you trying to say that? Because in my country, it's different. Yeah. So like, throughout we started learning, and we started like, knowing about each other's life.
Now
and about each
invented
other's
a
country.
new language.
Yeah. Now we got like our own like slang, So like, everybody hears it and they're like, yo, where you from, bro? Like,
They don't know where we're from.
Yeah.
It's a combination of all the dialects
yeah,
into
so
one.
everything together. So it's
Yeah.
cool. Like a CNCO language.
I dig it. By the way, CNCO meaning Cinco, five.
Cinco, yeah.
Cinco.
Cinco.
Jeez.
Cinco.
Dude, I wish I had the ability to roll my R's, and I feel like I've done my grandma. You can't
Don't
do
worry
it?
about
Nah,
it.
yeah.
He can't do it.
Give it a
either.
try.
What?
Because I don't know how to say that in English, but in Spanish,
His
well, in my
tongue is
country,
not long enough,
It's called
but-
frenillo.
Oh,
I
you
can
have a
say
short
the
tongue.
R
Yeah,
well,
short
'cause
tongue.
my tongue is very short. You know.
You got a little tongue. If it makes you feel any better, I think I can't do it because I have a fat tongue. So, yeah. My tongue is weirdly too wide to just get that motion. But I would make my grandmother really disappointed. I do make she's very disappointed in me. I was raised by my whole real family outside of my immediate family is from Honduras, and
Oh, fine.
I grew up speaking Spanish, and then I turned my back on it. Like when I was young and growing up, my grandma every day, you got to learn Spanish. You want to make money, you got to know both languages. If you want to make money, you got to know both. So I grew up around Spanish, but I really my accent is trash. Dude, like you don't even want it.
Arriba.
Whoa,
Arriba.
that's nice.
That's nice.
Well, hey, beautiful human, real quick. I want to tell you about Stitch Fix. I hate going shopping. I hate having to find things that match. Stitch Fix totally relieves that stress. They've taken it out of my life because they're my own online personal stylist. Yeah, a real human being somewhere is going to handpick clothes and accessories and shoes that are right for your body, your budget, and your lifestyle. And it's all online. You fill out a really easy survey. It took me like 60 seconds to do it. And then they literally send you the clothes that they think are right for you. It's kind of cool. If you want in, stitchfix.com/ZachSang. That is stitchfix.com/ZachSang. They're going to send you a ton of stuff. You keep and pay for only what you love, and you send back the rest. By the way, always free shipping, always free exchanges, and yeah, like returns. They're always free too. Stitch Fix, they know what they're doing. If you want 25% off when you keep all of your items in the box, go to stitchfix.com/ZachSang. That is stitchfix.com/ZachSang. It's a pretty cool online styling service. And remember, there's a real human being somewhere looking at your body, getting to know you, and picking out clothes just for you. stitchfix.com/ZachSang. Okay, let's get back to this interview. Prima Cita,
So if I
Cita, Prima Cita,
Primera cita, yeah.
Primera cita.
Primera Cita.
Hey, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
First Date, that was the first album for you guys.
First album.
But it wasn't like, how do you tackle the first album? Because you guys obviously you are a global band. You represent so many different territories across the world. Is there any did you ever think English lyrics would be what you guys are singing and what you guys are putting into records?
We always wanted to. Let's say me and Joel, we grew up listening to a lot of English songs. You know, we were born here in the U.S., so we grew up with that. But let's say after the band, you know, when we went to Sony, we went to the record and we talked to our team. They showed us all of this list of songs, you know. So they kind of already had it ready so that we could already come out with the album, you know, real quick. So we kind of picked out which one we liked, which one we which one we thought it would be good for the album, and we just went straight to the studio. We started recording, so everything was already set up to start working.
Plug and play.
Yeah, so it's as soon as we got out, we just went to the studio, started rehearsing for the tour, started doing everything. So everything was so quick, you know. And that first year was
Intense.
super intense for us, you know. So it was
La Banda was nothing.
yeah, La Banda was nothing.
And we did we wake up at 8, we rehearse blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and for me, for example, for me it's really hard to dance and sing at the same time. And that when I just started La Banda, it was so hard for me to I don't know, to coordinate my thing with my voice.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
We complained in La Banda and stuff like that for waking up early and working a lot, but the rest, what came was worse. You know, it was crazy. But it was cool because we were singing our own songs. You know, we were performing our own thing. So it felt good. It was a creative process the whole first year, and it was a lot of learning from each other too.
A lot of learning.
What was it like trying to embody these lyrics? Do these lyrics of the songs on the first album, do they feel like they're yours?
Yeah.
It's because we select the ones that we related more
Exactly.
with too.
Got
we
it.
of course we hear, and let's say there's a ballad called Primera Cita. That's why we call it like that, because we heard that song and just with guitar with the how do you say
Acoustic.
El sample,
we heard
like
we
sample.
heard a sample of
Just
the
a sample.
song, and stuff like that. So
And we fall in love with
So
that
we fell in
sample.
love.
That's why we put it like
yeah, and
Primera
also we name it Primera Cita because it's the first encounter with our
encountered
fans.
with
you know?
our CNC
So it's like the first date, So
Yeah.
Is
So
that how you see it?
That
Yeah.
that's how we saw it at that time. That's what it means. Primera cita is first date.
Yeah.
So we saw it as like that. The first date with our fans, the first date with our public. You know what I mean? Is the first thing that they're gonna see. The
First
first
album.
project.
First album. too.
First album. So
So, what changes between the first album and the second album?
the
That-
lyrics, the beat.
The
Yeah.
biggest difference.
And the
No,
creative process.
And in this second album, we are more into it,
Involved.
involved.
Yeah, because you know now. You've been in the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
You've learned. I mean, I'm assuming just being in the studio around all these producers, even cutting vocals, like you learn things
You
about the
learn.
music
Yeah.
industry.
There's a really cool process. It's a really cool process that you learn.
And this process was cool 'cause-
Oh, Mike.
And this process was cool because we record the album when we are on tour.
Mhm.
So it
Exactly.
was like always traveling. So
Yeah.
it
We
was
recorded like
Yeah.
one song in Argentina, then the other song in Chile, then
Mexico.
another one,
Puerto
or just the
Rico,
half
whatever.
of one in Argentina and Mexico. It was
Yeah.
crazy, but we like it though because we in the creative process we wrote those two songs. That's
Yeah.
called Bonita and No Me Sueltes. On the
We're
album.
more involved with the recording,
Yeah.
with the vocal track,
With the
vocal recording, and
vocals.
everything. So
The beats, everything.
yeah.
What changes? Is it your confidence? Is it the fact that you know, right? Like
Confidence, and they also gave us more freedom. They let us rock. They were like, oh, what you feel? Let's do another. Let's do a session tomorrow. See what comes out. You know what I mean?
Cool.
See what you guys got. And so we did a session. 2 songs came out. So we were like,
Yeah.
great. Let's keep doing this. And so throughout the process, everything was like.
That's why
going.
our second album is called CNCO.
Yeah.
Because it's more
More
personal,
us.
Yeah.
it's you.
more us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, like, are you scared at all when you go into the studio for the first time and
Yeah,
it's
the
your
first time,
time
yeah.
to write and create and there's
Not
no
scared,
song
but
ready?
nerves.
It's
Like
pressure. I
nerves,
think
yeah.
there's a little pressure on because I felt that the first time like because you just go in like with nothing and you
Mhm.
just like it's just something like sometimes you think you don't have to write,
Mhm.
but when you get into that point to the creative side,
It comes.
it comes just
By
like
itself,
right,
yeah.
like it's just naturally like something cool, and when you feel it when something happens, like when you do a melody, let's say like a little harmony or like a
Mhm.
melody, and then you get like a little like I know, wow, I can do it. So
Yeah.
they just
So the confidence
doing it,
builds
yeah.
up, and you start.
Just
Yeah. You
mix
just
up,
start
like-
feeling more free.
yeah.
It's
That's cool.
special, right?
Yeah, it's really
man.
special. Like those are the best moments for us, like the studio time and
And in the show.
singing in the
Yeah.
show, like shows, and
concerts,
just
doing
see
shows.
the crowd go crazy.
Does that excite you for the third album, right? The idea
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, what do you learn from the second? Like, what's the biggest thing that you learn that you take away from the second album?
That I feel like we learned a lot as personally, that we could really do this, that we
That
could
we-
really like if there was more trust, if there was more confidence in ourselves, we could really like we could right now we probably have an album, you know what I mean, with all the songs that we're always writing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, cause like we're always writing constantly, these guys are always. He's the producer of the team, Sabdiel.
Whoa.
So whenever like I got some lyrics or melodies, I tell Sabdiel,
Idea.
yo, bro, like I got this idea. Can you do this beat? Or Eric will say something. You know what I mean? So it's like that. We all feed off each other.
Cool.
So like in the studio, it's kind of the same thing. Whenever we go in, we feed off each other. We see, oh, what we want to talk about, or this lyric is fire, or this melody is fire. Let's take it here. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
So, you guys are all writing lyrics? Like, do you keep notes? What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole phone is like
It's
a
like
lot
full of notes
and
lyrics,
and
yeah.
voice notes and it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
But
you,
that's the cool thing about it that we learned in the first album and the second album that we saw like a progress, and now in the third
And we feel
hopefully-
more confident now.
Yeah.
you know? We feel
Hopefully
like,
the
yeah, we
whole
could do
song,
it.
the whole album is ours.
Hopefully, yeah.
whoa.
That'd be dope.
That's the goal.
Yo, major respect. Because when I was looking through all the credits for, the first album, I was like, whoa, this was totally done.
Yeah.
Clearly. And obviously,
Whoa.
obviously a few on the second, right?
Yeah.
But the goal of being able to write your own album top to bottom
Yeah,
is a big one.
Yeah,
that's,
man.
that would be crazy.
So do you set creative time aside where you all like kind of get together and bring your lyrics to the table? How does it
mostly on
work?
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
So,
of just
like,
happens naturally.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just right now we're in the band and we just like put a beat and just start
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Let's say I'm not even gonna say it, but let's say
yeah.
like whenever he has the ukulele or whatever, he'll start
just
in
like-
a chord, and I'm like, yo, I like that chord, play that again, you know what I mean? And I throw in a melody, then he'll throw in some lyrics.
Yeah.
then somebody else will throw something else. Then Sabdiel records on the phone, so he could put it on the track. You know, he'll make a track about it.
Or maybe Sabdiel is in the guitar and he just do
exactly,
like a
and
weird
he
chord,
does like a weird
really
chord
cool
or
chord, and I'm
whatever.
like, yo, I like that. Let's keep doing it and just like keep
Yeah.
melody and stuff.
It's
It's
just
like
it's just a fun thing to
Yeah.
do. You know, that's probably
It's
like
cool.
our biggest hobby right now. You know, our hobby is just to make music and just spit our mind. You know, just
Yeah.
let
When
our
we
mind
are
go.
in the plane too, I
Ah,
think
in
that's the best.
for writing.
For writing is the best thing because you are so
Calm.
calm and
Concentrate.
concentrate.
Mhm.
That's the best
Focus.
to write.
When you guys are writing individually, do you guys mostly write in Spanish or does somebody write in English too?
I write a lot in English.
Yeah. Let's say
Yeah.
my lyrics also, my melodies comes in English better. Like I think, even when I speak Spanish, I'm thinking in English.
Yeah.
So I have to translate to Spanish. 'Cause
Really?
that was my first
Oh.
language. But
Ooh,
yeah,
Spanish.
them
Spanish.
is just Spanish.
Spanish full.
But they
Spanish
could write
full.
here and there English and stuff. Same
mean, we
like I
can,
could write
yeah.
in Spanish, but
Like little bit.
it comes in like for me it comes in hard like in English. You know. better.
Sometimes I put like I think something in Spanish,
Mhm.
some lyrics, and I put in the translate. in-
Exactly.
So
And the
and-
Google
and-
Translate.
yeah, in the Google Translate and see how sound in English.
And
So
what usually happens? Does it sound right?
Sometimes,
Sometimes.
sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds
weird.
Weird. But yeah.
When do you know that a lyric's going to be both Spanish and English lyrics, or it's only going to be Spanish lyrics? Like,
Depends on the vibe that we kind of want to put
Yeah.
in the song. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
feel it.
let's say if we're writing an R&B song or any even reggaeton, like if the melody sounds a little bit more Americanized, you know, more you could sing it more or whatever it is, maybe the lyrics in English will be nice. Or maybe we
Or-
could sing it in Spanish and it will sound the same. You know
Or
what I mean?
you just put like a little words.
Yeah,
here
like
and
a word in
there
English and then the rest in
just
Spanish,
to
you know?
rhyme, and there you have
Yeah.
like you have like
you have that
English word.
flexibility.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's cool,
You
yeah.
know,
Is
the Spanglish.
when you look at the future of CNCO, is the goal to always include both languages?
that'd be the lit.
Yeah, that I mean, sort of. You know, that's the goal. Like maybe one day we'll.
stop making music.
Yeah.
Latin music.
Exactly.
Because that's like our roots. That's where we come from. We're proud to show the world where we come from. But like you said in
Latino
English,
gang,
we
yeah.
like to try new languages.
Yeah.
We've also
Yeah.
done music in Portuguese.
Portuguese
in
and
Italian.
Italian.
So yeah. But about saying if we're going to keep it as Spanglish, I think we will.
We just
Yeah.
love music.
Yeah, we just
We
love
like
to
music.
make good music.
If it's
Heck
good
yeah.
in
If it's
Spanish, the
Spanish,
whole Spanish is in
English,
Spanish.
you know,
It's good with-
Japanese.
And I mean,
whatever it is.
people are liking pretend now, so we're gonna
Yeah.
definitely gonna be making more Spanglish.
Dude,
Yeah.
obsessed with pretend.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Yeah.
thank you.
Sexy as
Thank
really
you.
great. That was the first song
Yeah.
you cut fully in English.
That was
Yeah,
no, that-
our
just
first
us,
song, our
yeah.
first song of just us alone, because before we've done Spanglish with Little Mix and
Yeah.
Reggaeton Lento and Hey DJ with
Megan
Trainor
Trainor
and
and Sean
Sean
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
But this is like our first one, like officially just by ourselves.
Yeah.
Punching it out.
Spanglish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you cut it and then you go back and you change things and
Let's
redo
say
it in Spanish?
Yeah, like this song was cut in English first. It was just an English record. And so then we like listened to it and we're like, yo, we feel like this is not us. You know what I mean? So we kind of like talked to our team and we included like the Spanish in it and
It
just did
sounded
it a
good.
little bit more bilingual, you know, more Spanglish and it sounded crazy. So we were
Crazy
like,
good.
yo, we got to put this out and
Yeah.
and people are liking it. It was like more to test the waters, you know, more for our American people and also the non-Spanish speaking people in Europe and or Asia, whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude,
So, yeah.
I believe music is a universal language. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Yes.
Music
Yeah.
really has the power to talk to everybody. And recording in Portuguese and Italian, that's sick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But like these records, no matter what they are, and you see it, you go to Zurich, you go to Paris. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, and people get it and they understand it and they love it.
Yeah, man.
There's something about the production and and even the lyrics and the story you're telling as a whole, but like the way it flows with the production, it's really beautiful. Rhythm of the Night, that's a big sample.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, dude,
Yes.
not everybody gets that.
Yeah.
Our
crazy.
parents heard that, so it's cool.
That's
so it's
crazy.
like I feel like it gives those like the parents of our fans that throwback too.
Ah.
So I feel it's cool. Like it's reaching
So it
out to
includes
not
everybody.
only one,
Yeah.
like one
Generation.
generation
Yeah.
of people. It reaches other generations too.
It is timeless.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. You know, let's make the song a smash.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What are you thinking?
Well, when the lyric "I only love you in the middle of the night," what exactly are you saying by that? 'Cause that could mean a few
It's
different things.
basically
this song is like it's very messed up. So yeah,
It's basically saying I only think of you in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and I only want to do stuff with you in the middle of the night.
it's how you're reading it is exactly what it means.
Exactly.
There's no
it.
explanation. That's exactly what it means.
One night stands only, or are you dreaming about them?
No, it's because let's say this guy is like he has a girlfriend, she has a boyfriend, so it's like. But they both want
both
each other. You
pretend.
know what I mean? So they at night they pretend, and during the day they pretend like they don't know each other. But at night they think about each other and they want to
Yeah.
be together and they want to hook up. You know? So
It's like,
There you go.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
yes.
that's basically where it goes.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
you know?
it.
Yeah,
Is that reality reflective of anybody?
of us, it could be.
No, no.
At least for me, it was like.
At least for him, it was.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. When I'm listening to the album, a lot of the songs, they have a very sexy vibe to them.
Yeah.
And that could really just be like the total freaking gringo in me. And like, I just, like, I can't understand the lyrics, obviously, but that music just gets me moving.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Is there a mood that one needs to be in when you're cutting your records?
We always like that kind of like dark with a lot of neon lights and stuff. Kind of like disco mood, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy.
Just to get to that world, you know what I mean, and I guess concentrate more. When there's a lot of lights, there's a lot of distraction. You know what I mean. So when we're just like mellow and there's a dark, chill vibe, you know, I feel like that's what we all feel in the studio, and we always like turn off the light, and everybody's like, "Yo, what's going on?" And we're like over here in the dark with like probably like a candle or like a mood light or whatever it is. So that's kind of the vibe for us in the studio.
Is it hard for any of you to embody this sexy energy?
To try to become sexy.
Yeah,
like
that your band gives off.
I feel like it was. Or you're saying, is it hard to
Yeah, is it like-
become that sexy, whatever?
Is it unnatural for anybody to like?
It wasn't natural for me, but now I'm very sexy. So no,
Hey.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, it was very unnatural for me before because I was more of a shy type of guy. I didn't really I didn't really envision myself writing about like these sexy type of stuff. Not sexy type of stuff, but like
romantic,
more romantic and exactly, yeah.
out there. And
So
like-
it wasn't me, but now I've kind of adapted. Writing along with these guys and
And there's, I
Yeah,
think
it's
there's
fun.
some times that you just like on the studio, let's say, the first verse just Sadiel sounds better on it. Like it's just it
Exactly.
depends on the day. It's just not
There's also some lyrics that are like sound more like
more like
one of us,
or
you know what I
one
mean?
of
Like,
us.
if it's
you
too
can
sexy,
relate. I don't know. how
we'll
to
be
explain
like, oh,
Got
that
it.
sounds more like this guy.
Yeah.
You know, that sounds more like Eric. That sounds more like Sabio or like me or whatever it is. If it's
little
like very
things.
romantic, mellow, you know, very sweet, it could be Chris or Joel. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like, it depends on what it is. You know what I mean? It depends on the lyric or the kind of vibe that it
know
has.
that we all.
so you get the shy, awkward lyrics.
I get the shy off.
Is that how you divide up every record? Like, is it solely based on personality, like, and the
Could be.
verses?
And
It's
some
sometimes
songs, some
you
songs.
just like
Yeah.
just hear it.
Yeah.
Just hear
Yeah.
it. That's you, Sadiel. That's you, Richard. That you just
Yeah.
hear it on the sample.
Or maybe
it's
like
just
an ad lib will be like, oh shit, like that's him. You know, that's kind of like the vibe. Yeah.
Has there been a moment where one of you wanted a verse? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't
No,
get it?
there's been a moment where somebody's like,
Yep,
pre-chorus is
that's
mine.
That-
You guys choose
That's mine.
anything
You can
else. The
choose whatever you
pre-chorus
want,
is
but the
mine.
pre-chorus
Yeah.
He
is mine.
literally say that.
He was like,
Like,
okay,
it
I'm
just-
here. I chose it. No one else is gonna
Yeah.
take it.
He shotties it. I get it. Does that usually turn into a fight, or do you respect the shoddy?
No, I mean,
no,
we respect
no,
the
respect
shawty,
it.
you know. It's,
But I mean, if we both like it, sometimes
record.
for exactly two of us will record it, and then after at the
We'll
end,
choose
the
who
producer
sounds
will
better.
also help us out and say
Got it.
and give us their opinion on what they
Yeah.
of how they think it sounds.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's the last verse that two of you recorded that the producer had to decide on?
I actually think there's been a couple songs where we all have to record the full song,
Full song, yeah.
Oh wow!
and then
Yeah.
they just go like
they
put
chop
in
it up
piece
and
by
see
piece,
which
it
one
see how it
sounds
sounds
better.
better.
and what.
so you don't even know at the end of it who's going to be singing what.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
sometimes,
until
yeah.
like a week
Something.
later, they're like, here's your final
Or-
cut.
And sometimes
Yeah.
we just they send it to us, and we just don't like it,
And we
you
change it
just
up. Yeah,
change
we
it
switch
up.
it up.
That's it. We
Yeah.
just do our
Yeah, what do
own
you
thing.
prefer? Do you prefer somebody else making that decision, or do you want to be involved in everything?
I think I prefer going to the studio and just vibe out with the guys. Just like right there,
Yeah.
it's just like you like kind of.
Decide.
I did, like we like to decide like kind of vibe. Like we
Yeah.
just we hear it and we know.
But
who's
sometimes,
gonna
sometimes
do
it's
for
nice
us
to
it's
record all
good.
of it.
Yeah, it's necessary to have somebody else to give us
it.
that opinion. Because it's
opinion too,
five.
yeah.
Because they
people,
have-
you know,
It's
it's
five
five
people, yeah.
different kind of like mentality. You know, so it's to be in that studio and like if you like a verse and he likes that verse and the other one likes that verse, for us three to decide is
A
like,
producer's gonna know. A
you know?
producer has a good
Yeah.
ear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you
know
trust
what
them.
fits what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
we're
trust-
just
we trust our
whoever's
team.
producing the song.
What are you
Well,
thinking?
didn't you guys say you do a lot of production too?
Yeah, exactly.
So will you
He's
like make
crazy.
the instrumentals? Like what? How does that work?
Grab the mic
Mike.
Mike.
in your
Mike,
lap.
microphone.
Sorry, it's because I say this. And
I know.
have my, I don't know. I just start like right now. Start using program for do music, but I'm very like new
No.
in that.
He's in the
Okay.
process.
Yeah, so
But he's
I'm
dope though.
Really?
we're
Yeah.
getting that like always
Crazy.
we have time. We have
Crazy.
a song together. Like I do a beat and we record it in the hotel and the
Mhm.
stuff. But yeah,
It's crazy.
It must be
Yeah.
nice. So will you guys like tell him how you want it to sound? He can just build around it.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
be, yeah. So like, or sometimes he'll be like, "Yo, I hear it like this," you know what I mean?
Like
Or
a
I'll be like, "Yo,
sexy
let's
vibe.
take it to here," or whatever it is. So it's always like a talk, you know. It's always like a feeding off each other,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
what we feeling, and always coming to a conclusion where like we both agree or we all agree or whatever it is, you know what I mean? But it's always a vibe. It's always cool.
Mhm.
It's always that cool energy.
Is it hard to always agree?
Some-
Lorraine, look, Lorraine.
And we don't always agree though. Like that's the thing, that it's not always like, oh, yes, you know, it's not
Yeah.
always agreeing, you know. So let's say I'm more of the hothead, so I'm more like, nah, I don't like it, you know. So like let's say it's just a thing of talking about it, you know,
Just
and
communication.
communicating, you know, and coming to mid part where we all agree, you know, where we all feel comfortable.
some-
Or sometimes I still stay like that I don't agree and we just let it happen and we just do it, you know what I mean? So
That's a hard skill to acquire. Like,
yeah, so I like to just run with it, you know, and just be where it comes. At the end of the day, I'm always happy, you know, because we're all doing it and it's succeeding, and if it's working, then you know why
Yeah.
not. So
sometimes too, like we are in a group, you know. So the last one have the last decision,
Exactly.
Ah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's 2 and 2.
and that's the hard part.
Yeah.
oh my god.
When
That's
it's,
the hardest
it's 1 and
part.
2, and the last one is like,
Yeah.
oh.
so let's say food is more the
Food
more
is
that
the one we fight the most
Yeah.
about. So
Me too.
yeah, exactly.
We just
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
like right now in the mall because we didn't want.
Yeah, they
like,
dropped us
both
off in a
of us
food court
want
because we
one
wanted
thing.
Yeah, we all wanted
Yeah.
different things
We
today.
could've
So
before just
Yeah.
before the.
I've ruined friendships over
Yeah.
fighting over what to get for dinner.
yeah,
But that does suck being the last one to make the deciding
Crazy.
the ultimate decision.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
yeah,
pressure.
like last time they put me on that
Pressure, yeah.
position in the show because we wanted like a different timing for something.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so like two were in a different different one in the timing and the other one
I
was
was
in the
with
timing.
Chris.
And I wasn't
was
even
with
paying
Eric.
attention. They're like, Richard, it's up to you. I'm like, oh, whoa.
So
Like,
then
you
I
know,
were
didn't even,
like-
I didn't even hear the question, you know, but yeah,
Yeah.
He went with
it
us.
just because you know you gotta
Yeah,
always
fine,
go
it's
for the
fine.
best
Look,
ones,
we
you know.
got- we got
That's
Hey,
what- for the
you
best
guys-
decisions.
They buy it, they
The-
buy it.
not the best ones, the best decisions. You know? So yeah.
Hey,
What has surprised you about each other? Like,
this guy was super tall.
Oh.
That surprised me.
that he got tall over time?
No,
No,
no. What surprised us? Like at first of each other.
Yeah, like, but like as you've gotten to know each other, like, what surprised you the most about each other? Like,
I think
if you were to go around the room and give me an answer for each of them,
yeah.
Well,
Well, what surprised me a lot about them is the it's hard thinking in English, bro. Is the how they are growing so much. Like Sabdiel, at first he didn't know anything about production, and now
he's really good.
he's
Yeah.
a genius.
Yeah, now he's like
He's super good.
Feeling
He
it,
say
like
no,
it.
but he's super.
He
He-
don't know by him.
He know a lot about that, and them too. Like I think we grow
Production.
a lot comparing to the start.
yeah.
you guys have risen to a really incredible challenge that you were faced with, right? Like you were thrown into it and you all rose. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
Because you
man.
can either rise or you can fall, and you
Yeah.
can either take full advantage of it and like learn as much as you can, and you know
Like, I
let that
remember-
spark your internal talent.
Yeah, so I remember like the first time we went with Ricky on tour. Like we was like maybe 1 month after La Banda, winning La Banda kind of. And they they just put it in front of 40,000 people with our first like little show with covers and stuff. And everybody was like, oh my God, it was like so like, how can I say, como too much for us. Like
Oh, it was
Overwhelming,
overwhelming, bro. 40,000 people the first like kind of show. Like the first little shows
Our
that we
first
had.
show was in front of 40,000 people, so we were like, You know, we were shocked. And then
Yeah.
we were doing covers. You know, we
Yeah,
were
we're
doing
doing
Uptown
covers.
Funk. We were doing like, you
Sígueme,
know,
te sigo, Daddy
like
Yankee.
little songs that right now
And-
you're like, what, bro? Like, what were you guys,
Yeah.
you know?
And the chorus.
Yeah, and choreos and like, you know.
You ever
it
go
was-
back
it
and
was
watch that
weird.
performance?
No,
Heck no.
no.
He's like, burn it.
We do not watch the performance no more.
But it was crazy.
But it
like
was a fun
how-
time,
Yeah,
though.
that's why we learned like quick.
Yeah, you gotta rise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because like, imagine if you didn't.
imagine.
Papi, we wouldn't be here.
But I can only imagine how hard it was for each of you individually. You know, in terms of motivating yourself and like trying to work your way through it.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I think for all of us, the most hard part is just like leaving home. Like we barely like if I tell you like we're on a year, 3 times at home is maximum. Like
Yeah.
because we're all doing traveling. I know, but I mean, like we like it. We dream about this, and we're helping our families. That's why we don't like kind
Don't
of
complain about
it.
it.
But we miss home. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's different to be on the road and not, you know, and come from your house to like
Yeah.
never being in your house. You know what I mean?
Like boom.
And yeah, like from one day to another.
Yeah.
Let's say like Eric just turned 18.
And
So he's always been with his mom since he was little to like now, like a few months ago, you know, until January, since January.
yeah.
So in January, his mom left, and it was like a big change for all of us, to be honest. And I see her around, you know, for Eric to be by himself, him do the luggage by himself, you know,
That's the
take
more
care of
hard
himself.
The most hard
That's,
part.
yeah, that's crazy, you know. It's crazy to go from 0 to 100, literally, like, you know.
real quick.
So yeah, so
In a lot of aspects of life.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
It's yeah, dude. I mean, all of you. You guys should. I hope you give yourself pats on the back quite often because you deserve it, or give each other pats on the back, whatever. Because it's cool stuff, and your mission's great, and the music is freaking just beyond.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
What do you think of this boy band? Truly, Dan.
I enjoy them. I was listening to all the albums. Like, I don't know what
What do
you're
you
saying,
do?
but it's fun to listen to.
That's
It's
what's
good
up.
gym music.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank you.
going.
Thank
But
you so
why do
much.
you guys think you've been so successful? Because there's a lot of boy bands that like want to go global
Yeah.
and they can't, and you guys have done it. I mean, I don't know if it's easy, but fairly quickly.
It's definitely
think-
not easy.
Yeah.
But, I feel like our fans, man, our fans are very like they're a big fundamental part of our career. You know that
And our team too. Though.
yeah, our
Yeah.
team as well.
Crazy.
You know, but our fan has been always stuck with us since the beginning, and they've always like supported us everything that
Exactly.
we do. You know, every little thing, and it's been expanding. You know, each
Yeah.
and one of them has expanded, and they've shown their friends and their families and their
Yeah.
dogs or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's
They're
just
really
been
loyal.
growing. You know, and they're very loyal. And our team has done such a great job, and also us. I feel like us being ourselves always has always also worked. You know, it has also like called the
Being
attention
genuine.
of people. You know,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
very genuine. We're very ourselves. We never try to be
Act.
somebody else or act up or act any kind of different. You know, or let's say the fame hasn't gotten to a head as usually it happens. You know what I mean? Because of our family, because of our team that has always
Roots.
kept us grounded in our roots as well. You know,
It's also
So-
your motivation. Like,
Exactly.
I feel like all of you are motivated by being able to provide for your family and just
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
a good example for your country.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What goals do you have for yourselves as individuals if your motivation is solely for your family?
individually, let's say just to be
Successful.
successful,
And
happy, and to always be as motivated as I am today. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I feel like that's my goal, to always keep moving forward and keep going with the momentum, you know, and never like slow down, never back off of anything, you know, or anybody, you know. I feel like that's what my motivation. Also, I have a daughter, so my
Mhm.
daughter is like my pillar, you know. That's the shorty that keeps me like,
That's a
you know,
shorty.
she
Yeah.
keeps me
Yeah.
grounded, she keeps me like, you know, moving forward. So I feel like that's more my motivation, to like keep succeeding and moving forward in life.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
Do
man.
you get to see her often?
Huh?
Do you get to see your daughter often?
FaceTime, if that
Okay.
counts. Yeah, so FaceTime not in person much, because, you know, I'm always traveling. But as soon as she turns like 3, 4, then I'll start traveling her with me, you know.
That
That's
Yes.
different. But for right now, it's like I'm working and she's seeing, you know. I feel like that's the motivation, is just to keep moving and having, and me accomplishing my dream, so that when she grows up, she sees, oh, dad accomplishes his dream. You know, he did his thing, even though he had me, you know. So he still did what he always dreamt of. So I want her to do the same. You
By
know
the
what I
way,
mean?
a message that a lot of people should
So-
hear and understand.
Yeah, man.
Respect and
Thank you.
deep appreciation. How
Thank
about for the rest of you? I mean, individual goals? What do you got, Eric, back there?
Oh, here. Goals. So, goals es como metas.
Sí, meta.
Metas.
Para ti mismo.
Para, o sea,
Personally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, goal right now for me is just our music spread
all over the world.
all around the world. Actually, I want to bring my family. I still have family in Cuba.
To Miami.
To Miami, yeah. That's where I live, to Miami. So I think right now, that's my
Goal.
the goal. Yeah,
Short-term goal.
Personally go.
it's something that from the beginning I just want and I just dream, and hopefully it gonna
Comes
come
true,
true.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a great goal, man.
Yeah.
So who from your family's in Florida now?
My mom, my dad, and my sister.
Got it.
I have a cousin
Grandma,
and
cousin.
grandma and uncle there in Cuba.
Florida needs to be their home.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can do it.
He will.
What are you thinking over there, Zabiel?
Abdiel.
Abdiel.
Goals.
Yeah.
What do you,
goals.
goals? What do you got?
He's like, yeah. What do you think?
For me, I think just keep learning about doing good music, and just keep it doing good music.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
Keep
growing
going.
up like as an artist.
Mhm.
I think that's so. And being happy with everything I do.
It's not bad.
Can you beatbox?
Hey.
A little bit.
Yeah, he can rock it.
Lick it a little
I
bit,
saw
come
people
on.
online asking us to
Yeah.
ask you
He's
to
really
beatbox.
good.
Homeboy.
Alright, this one.
Métele, métele.
He
ahí.
can
He
rock
does
it.
it, yeah.
Métele, métele.
Dude
Kill it, kill
started in his hip hop church group. Like I've never, I've never heard of a church having a hip hop group.
Do it, do it.
La de Pretend Santi, la de Pretend.
hip hop de la iglesia. De que...
Mira, aprovecha.
La de Pretend Santi.
Le meto ahí.
Ey. 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 Hey.
That's sick.
That's the one that he does in the end
in
of
Pretend. In Pretend.
Dude,
He's the.
I want to know what like is going on in your mouth. Like, what are you doing to make that noise? Like, where
With
is
a
your-
little tongue.
It's a little tongue.
Oh, that's why.
That's why.
That's what it is.
Now I know.
That's the trick.
He can't roll his R's, but he can literally do everything else with his tongue. Whoa,
Skills.
that's really well done, my friend.
For you.
Loquillo.
Thank you for that. Thanks. What are you thinking back there? You good?
My goals.
Yeah. What do you got?
My goals, man. I just be happy. Keep growing like Sadie says, like an artist and a human being too. Like just accomplish to just keep my family happy. Like hopefully one day I can bring them all or my mom to Miami too, so she can like live there and just don't work anymore and just like chill for like the whole of her life. And yeah, just keep growing in music.
Where's your family?
They're in Ecuador,
Got it.
South America. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
did you move? You were in New York originally. Did you move to Ecuador?
I was born in Jersey and
Yeah.
I grew up in Ecuador when I moved to Ecuador when I was 2 years old. So I grew up there my whole life till when I was 18 and I moved back to Jersey
Wow.
again. Yeah.
So you had no real recollection of Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I used to live in a little town called Hightstown next to kind of Trenton.
Yeah.
25 minutes from Trenton, but it was just a little town. There was a lot of Ecuadorians, a lot of Guatemalans, a lot of Latin people, so it was cool.
Did you move back there when you came back from Ecuador?
No. I'm right now. My home base is in Ecuador. My house is in Ecuador, so I'm just living in hotels right now.
Got it. So you literally went from New Jersey to Ecuador, and then where did you shoot the TV show?
The TV show
Miami.
was in Miami.
Miami.
So,
Miami.
but basically, the TV show did like auditions in New York, Houston, California, like a lot of Puerto Rico too,
Cool.
a lot of cities, LA too. So my city was the closest one. It was New York, so I had to travel to New York and I auditioned the pre castings, and then they fly me to Miami because I passed the first one.
Cool. Dude, you guys have great lives. Like, it's really, and your motivation's so pure. It's really special stuff, and your music is bringing people closer. I don't think it's separating people whatsoever. I think it's bringing cultures together,
Yeah.
and I think it's giving people more of an understanding of, I don't know, just the way different people live, and the fact that we're all way more the same than we'll ever be different.
Exactly.
And that is a huge freaking deal.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
My goals?
Yeah.
I have a lot of goals. I mean, some are similar to theirs too. Obviously, continue being happy with what I'm doing, being able to keep providing for my family. Also, I want to become more confident with everything that I do, because before I wasn't confident at all. Like in La Banda, I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna make this. I can't sing that well. I can't dance that well. I don't look well enough. Stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'm working on that to become more confident.
Yeah,
and stuff.
you're beautiful.
Thank
Cut
you.
that out.
Thank you.
Two, how did you get on the show? That was really nice.
How did I get on the show?
Yeah, why'd you go then?
I went because of my grandfather. He inspired me in singing, and he had taught me a song when I was 8 years old, and he actually passed away 2 months before I auditioned. So I wanted to do it in his honor, because he showed me the love for music. Oh my God, I want to get emotional.
Yo, dude, I'm about to get emotional.
And then so I did it because of him, obviously, because that was his legacy. That's what he wanted to do, and also because I love singing. I wanted to get the opportunity to help my family,
And accomplish that dream.
and accomplish that dream.
Yeah, look at you now, man.
I'm
yeah,
sure
my
he'd
family
be
pushed
very
me. They helped
proud.
me out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to get emotional.
Dude.
This happened before, but
Grandpa would be proud. He's probably still around you. It's cool. You're carrying his legacy on. It's really special stuff. When we look at, please, thank you. When we look at the group, do we want things like Grammys? Do we want things like massive number ones?
That's a goal.
Movies.
Yeah, we wanna go everywhere, man.
series, going around the
Series,
world.
movies,
Grammys.
Grammys, world tour. You know,
Everything.
maybe like 5 more world tour,
Everything.
10 more world
Wow.
tour.
Everything.
You know, we want everything, man. I feel like that's also something that has brought us here. That from the beginning we wanted everything. We were very ambitious. You know, we wanted to keep going. You know, every time we got an award, all right, this is great. Let's clap it up, celebrate. Cool. Let's move on to the next one. You know, let's see what we could accomplish. Let's see where we could take ourselves. You know, and challenge ourselves. You know, I feel like that's something also that we're good at, challenging ourselves. You know, and that's how we got here. You know. And,
Yeah, challenging yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
you face many of challenges, and you've risen
man.
every time. It's cool stuff. So really, you can take on a lot. Does that? I feel like sometimes. Do you really feel like you can take on anything because you've gotten here? You were thrown out in front of 40,000 people, and you didn't collapse on the ground and start crying like I
Man,
would have.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've been
it's
through
always possible.
like, you know, from 0 to 100 and then back to 0, you know, so like we kind of know that kind of process. So it's not that we're like very, you know, we know about everything, but I feel like we could take on any punches that come through, you know. So I feel like the way that our mentality is set up is just to keep moving forward and keep growing as a group and as people and as brothers, you know, and just making great music and just being the best artist and the best person that we could be.
Do we actively think about life outside of the group, or are we solely focused and tunnel vision CNCO?
Yeah, I mean, like, let's say
Yeah.
we have thoughts and stuff, but it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen from here like to 5, 10 years, 20 years. You never
Yeah.
know. You know, because if it's working now,
Yeah.
why stop it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's our mentality right now. We're so focused on our tour
Stop
and
working.
Yeah.
and keeping it going. You know, instead of stopping and focusing on individually things that is just gonna put the attention away from everything else. You know what I mean? Instead of putting back the attention to CNCO and making it as big as we could be and taking it to another level. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm so in. I'm so in. I'm freaking in. I think Pretend is a hit, man.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
I'm freaking all in. Are you in, Dan?
I'm in.
Fuego.
I just had one more question. Do you think it's important to work with people like Little Mix and Megan Trainor to get your music out there to other people?
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. They really help us a lot with the collaboration of Little Mix. They help us a lot in London, in the UK. We went there to perform
We were
the
number
X
one
Factor.
for like 3-4
we
weeks.
were like number
in
one.
London after
those
that.
those kind of
How
area
crazy is
like,
that?
for 1 month, and we were like, what?
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Of course, with Megan Trainor, we were like fans. We were such a fans of them,
Yeah.
and now we're recording with them.
Mhm.
What? So So we just like
Yeah.
so happy that we did.
But
Man,
I,
when we
I
saw
don't-
Sean
I don't think
Paul-
I don't think we do it just to help, but I think we do because we like it too.
We like the music.
We want to
Yeah.
experiment, working with the artists that are global that do music in English. So I
Man, when
think
our
it's
team
not just for
got
that.
like, let's say when we did Hey DJ, we didn't think that anybody else would really hop on this song, because it's very Spanish, very Latin. So in our minds we were like, nah, not everybody. Maybe like a collaboration, a normal little collaboration will happen. But when Megan hopped on it and Sean Paul, we were like, whoa, this is crazy. So when they
They
sent
gave-
us that track, we were like, this is insane. Like for us, it's not even for how we envisioned the song to be. It's just to have a song with these guys. It's like,
It's a big deal.
it's
Yeah.
a big deal for us. We listened to them since we were little. We used to dance to Sean Paul all the time in
Sean
high
Paul.
school, middle school, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Sean Paul,
So
come
that
and
was
get
like
it,
Sean Paul. Yeah,
Sean Paul.
exactly.
He's coming on the show next week. I'm a little nervous.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
I get
He's
nervous
cool.
for
He's really
He's really
chill.
cool.
Yeah,
Is he
he's
though?
mad chill.
Really
Yeah,
He's
he's
mad
cool.
chill.
Temperature.
He's
He's a
like-
Temperature.
he's a legend.
He's a
He's a
legend,
legend. Yeah, heck yeah, everyone listens to that.
Like in
great.
a
During high
very
school,
crazy
middle
way.
school.
Yo,
Yeah.
that was my middle school everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I used to DJ in the middle school dances. I played
Oh,
that
nice.
record.
Wow.
That's cool.
Hey.
Should have rolled up to those
Hey.
parties. They were something. I really do enjoy the fact that you release records and you go back and you remix them. Obviously, Reggaeton Lentos, you guys at
Very
first,
first
you add a little mix to it. Hey DJ, that was with Yabel.
Yeah, Yandel.
Yandel.
Yandel first, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bell.
Yeah, Bell.
Jesus, I am terrible.
No, you're good.
But there was something about those two records, even when it was just yours, that
Yeah.
was something special, and you were telling a special story. I don't know. I just think. Do you believe that they gave those songs new life? Obviously, it was Reggaeton Lento.
Of course,
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
Reggaeton Lento is our biggest hit. Like they in that time they used to like know us more than the like.
They used to call
They
us
used to
by
call
the
us-
song name.
But like
you know?
some call name. Are you
Yeah.
guys the guys?
You guys are
is
Reggaeton Lento, right? We're like, that's a
They
song.
don't call
but,
the
you know.
CNCO. They used to call like just like. Are you guys the ones that sing Reggaeton Lento, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
It
So
definitely
it-
gave it life though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do the collaborations change the meaning of the records? Because they
I
added
don't
new
think
verses,
no,
right?
I don't
No.
think it changes the meaning.
Nah.
I think it just gives it sometimes maybe more a different kind of energy.
Yeah.
Like before,
Yeah.
it was more of a Latin type of flow, and now doing it with Little Mix was more like an international European type of sound.
Let's say the Yandel
Just a new
one,
life,
It gave it like more that edgy, sexy
The
feel,
urban.
So
more urban.
yeah, that was kind of like the where it took it with him.
And Yandel is a legend.
Yandel is legendary, bro. Like,
So we were like,
so we did We Sing as well. So
Yeah.
we're both a duo. They're
they're
like
a duo. We sing Yandel.
We See Yandel are
They
like
just came back.
legends in the Latin world, you
Yeah.
know,
For reggaeton.
for reggaeton. And so we did one with We Sing and then one with Yandel, So we were like, bro, we just did like the
We
ill
Sing Yandel.
collaborations right now.
Yeah, but does that hurt? Like turning your back on those versions and giving it to Sean Paul and Megan Trainor?
No, we never
I don't-
turned our
no.
backs. Let's say like we just always kept it moving. We gave it a different momentum. So I
Yeah.
feel like let's say it was just us, it was then Yandel, and then it was Megan Trainor. So it was like a step. You know what I mean?
Yeah, progressive.
And also Megan
Okay.
Trainor helped us here in the U.S. as
Yeah.
well a lot. Yandel helped us a lot in the Latin world. You know what I mean? So it was good either way. You know what I mean?
And Megan, I think she gave it a different
Energy,
vibe,
yeah.
like a really cool vibe. Like I heard it the first time and I was like, what?
And it was
is
more
this
pop,
Hey
too.
DJ, bro?
yeah.
It was insane.
It is a different record.
Yeah, it is a different record.
CNCO. Final thought, Dan Zola. What do you got?
I think we got it all covered.
We have covered a lot. Just going through my list here. That's it. CNCO.
Thank you, my man.
Love.
Yeah.
Pretend. Put
Yeah.
it in your ears.
Yeah.
Both albums. I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. If you did, please subscribe and also check out our podcast. There's a link in the description, and also comment and like and do things. Other interviews are on the screen somewhere, so click them. Thanks for watching.